The system is designed to keep you poor. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you work, most people never seem to get ahead financially? You see stories of others building wealth seemingly out of nowhere, while the majority struggle to pay bills, manage debt, or save even a small emergency fund. The shocking truth is that the system we live in isn't just neutral. It is designed in a way that keeps most people poor. From the way schools teach finances to the traps hidden in our everyday banking, taxes, and consumer culture, there are countless invisible forces working against the average person. Today, we're going to explore how the system is rigged, why so many people unknowingly fall into its traps, and what you can do to break free, take control of your financial life. The education trap. The first part of the system that keeps people poor is the education system. From a young age, most people are taught to study hard, get good grades, and find a stable job. On the surface, this seems like sound advice, but it fails to teach the very skills that build real financial independence: budgeting, investing, entrepreneurship, and understanding how money works. Instead, schools train people to be employees, creating a workforce that earns a paycheck but rarely learns how to make money work for them. This system produces individuals who are skilled in their professions but financially illiterate, making them more likely to struggle with debt, poor investments, and a scarcity mindset. Debt and the banking system. The next mechanism is debt. The system encourages borrowing at every turn: credit cards, mortgages, car loans, student loans, and profits massively from it. Banks and financial institutions make billions in interest payments while most borrowers remain trapped in cycles of debt. The average person spends decades paying interest instead of building wealth. Worse, financial literacy is rarely taught. So many people don't even understand how interest works or how it erodes their long-term wealth. The system is structured in such a way that if you follow the normal path, borrow to buy a house, take loans for education, use credit for convenience, you are essentially feeding the machine that keeps you financially dependent. Consumer culture and lifestyle inflation. Another way the system keeps people poor is through consumer culture. Advertising, social media, and societal pressure constantly push people to spend on things they don't need, often before they even have the financial foundation to afford them. From smartphones to cars, vacations, and luxury items, we are conditioned to measure success by consumption rather than financial growth. Lifestyle inflation is insidious. When income rises, spending rises faster. People begin to live paycheck to paycheck, even as their salaries increase, making it almost impossible to save or invest. The system thrives on this behavior, keeping most people trapped in a perpetual cycle of working harder without building wealth. Taxes and hidden costs. Taxes are another silent factor in the system. While taxes are necessary for society, most people don't realize how their structure disproportionately affects those without financial education or investment strategies. The system encourages individuals to earn a paycheck and pay high income taxes, while those who invest, own businesses, or leverage tax strategies legally pay less proportionally. Without knowledge or access to these tools, the average worker bears the brunt of taxation, which limits wealth accumulation and financial freedom. Hidden fees, service charges, and interest on loans further drain resources, creating a subtle but consistent barrier to financial growth. Mindset and psychological traps. The system doesn't just operate externally, it shapes your mind. From childhood, people are conditioned to think in terms of scarcity rather than abundance, to fear risk instead of embracing opportunities, and to focus on immediate needs rather than long-term wealth. Psychological manipulation, whether through marketing, social comparison, or societal expectations, encourages people to conform, stay comfortable, and avoid financial education. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, and fear of risk keep most people from stepping outside the conventional path, even when it's clear that the traditional route leads to mediocrity rather than wealth. Breaking free. Knowledge is power. The first step to escaping the system is understanding it. Knowledge is the ultimate weapon against financial manipulation. Learning how money works, understanding investments, studying tax strategies, and developing financial literacy allows you to see the traps before they catch you. Reading books, attending courses, and learning from mentors are essential. Once you understand the system, you begin to realize that the path to wealth is not about working harder for a paycheck. It's about making money work for you. You start looking at opportunities to build assets, create passive income, and leverage your time and skills in ways the average person never does. Building your own system. Breaking free requires creating your own financial system. This includes controlling your spending, eliminating unnecessary debt, and consistently saving and investing. It means building multiple income streams that aren't dependent on a single paycheck. Real freedom comes when you shift from a reactive mindset chasing bills, struggling with debt, to a proactive approach where every decision moves you closer to wealth. Systems can include investments in stocks, real estate, digital businesses, and self-development, all designed to generate income regardless of whether you're actively working. By replacing the broken system with one you control, you begin to reverse the invisible forces that were keeping you poor. Long-term mindset and consistency. One of the most important lessons is that breaking free is not instant. The system is strong because it relies on inertia and habit. Most people quit too soon, thinking that small changes won't matter. But wealth is created through consistency over time, not overnight success. Every action, every habit, every decision compounds. Saving regularly, investing wisely, learning continuously, and staying disciplined gradually shift your life. The longer you maintain the habits that work against the system's traps, the faster your financial independence grows, until eventually you reach a point where you're no longer affected by the forces designed to keep people poor. The truth is uncomfortable but empowering. The system is designed to keep most people poor, and if you don't understand how it works, you will likely remain trapped. But awareness changes everything. By educating yourself, building systems, controlling your spending, creating multiple income streams, and thinking long-term, you can escape the cycle. Freedom is possible, but it requires intentionality, effort, and a commitment to long-term growth. The people who succeed are not luckier or smarter. They're more aware, disciplined, and strategic. Start today, take control of your finances, and step into a life where you are no longer a pawn of the system, but the architect of your own wealth.